Hey, what's going on? This is Random Things Review, and today in the spotlight we got the BIC Round Stick Medium Pen. Now, this is a stereotypical household pen that is probably laying around your office or your workspace or your pencil pouch laying around. So, very excited to review this and delve into all the aspects for the pen. So, here we go. First, superficially, you'll see that this pen's got a nice lighter charcoal gray color that accents the exterior of it. And personally, I think it accents the angles on the pen very well. As you can see, it's got a nice edge here and a nice rounded edge here. Really good with the aesthetic portion of it. I think the BIC Corporation did a phenomenal job designing this pen. Really sleek flow to it. On top of that, you'll see that it has a dome cap holder at the end here, and as opposed to the typical just flat top that pens seem to rock, I think this is a really innovative turn here by the BIC Corporation. Makes it great for storing the cap on the end of your pen. I don't have one since I'm extremely unprepared for this. I'm very sorry for that, but there's a very effective design here. Really keeps keeps the cap on top of the pen. Excuse my words here. Now, this pen, as you can see, it's got a little weight to it. It's your stereotypical plastic pen, so you know we all know how heavy plastic is, which is not heavy at all. Trying to get that logo for you there. Whatever. You can see it's a decently heavy pen, but not really heavy. It's not like those metal expensive pens that we've all known to love. This is just your stereotypical plastic pen, so pretty light, but does a good job for its weight. Now, rolling it back over to the logo here, you see it's got this beautiful grooved logo, the big logo and the round stick. You can just sink your fingers right into that groove over there. It really helps with the writing grip if you really want to hold your pen up here. Of course, that's up to you how you write your pen, but you gotta love the ergonomics on this pen. And as I said, this is a plastic pen, really hard to disassemble since there's no way to disassemble it. So if I know that's cringy to all the engineers and mechanics out there that really love to disassemble their pens. I know that's something I really enjoy, but unfortunately that's just not part of what this pen is. So might be a deal breaker for you personally if that's what you're about. But this is one of the main parts of the pen, and going into that, we'll go into a few tests now. Before we get into the tests just yet, you'll see here that the BIC pen does a great job in the flexibility test, does a great job bending, has around 3/4 of an inch to a full inch of give. Really flexible pen, really durable for any of your school and office uses if you really push this pen to its absolute physical limits. And now let's actually tackle the writing part of the pen. You see right here we have our sample writing sheet right here. We have a little bit of a squiggle here where the pen actually dipped a little mark. Colors stay a little consistent around here and towards the end, but nice and solid black color. Really does a good job accentuating ends and curves here. Maybe on letters that have longer curves or tight crosses like your T's or your Q's or your C's might struggle a little bit in some of the tougher crevices, but does a really decent job just distributing the ink. For the world famous drop test, look at how the BIC middle pen does not lose any ground when it is dropped. That's phenomenal engineering on the BIC Corporation's part. You'll see when it drops that it just absorbs the impact and doesn't bounce around or run away. This is a great useful tool for if you drop it in the office, at school, in the middle of the woods, in the valley. You have a good chance of retrieving and recovering your pen. It doesn't just roll off into oblivion. Great engineering by the BIC team. And here you have it on the screen, the final reviews for the BIC Round Stick Medium Pen. I know there might be some controversy around these scores, so let me walk through and explain them for you. Writing ability, as you saw in the presentation and the example, that I gave it an 8.3 because it does a decent job of distributing that black ink color, but it kind of loses its force when you dot your I's and your T's and you kind of have some tough cross letters there, so I kind of deducted it from that. Dexterity, got to give it a 9.1. Plastic shell, can't go wrong, very flexible as you saw, can really get put through a lot. Class and presentation, I'm going to have to put at a 6.2. I mean, it's your average plastic pen. pen. It's nothing fancy, nothing metallic, not really a grip to speak of, not really a presentation factor to be had. It's just, just an average workhorse pen. And portability and weight, that's really where it gets its score. I mean, it's light, it's durable, flexible. You can carry the thing around anywhere. Carry 5, carry 8. You might even be able to carry 9. Check with your doctor first. Because of that, I am having an overall combined rating for this BIC round stick medium pen of 8.9. Well, that's what I think about the BIC round stick medium pen. Let me know what you think and what else you want to see reviewed. I'd be glad to read your comments and hear your feedback. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.